Happy Tuesday from sunny and hot Brisbane. I have decided to start a drive and chat series. I'm still focusing on driving, don't worry, it's all hands-free. I think it's the time where I'm driving my car and having some thoughts and thinking out loud. This morning I just wanted to quickly touch on self-managed super funds and I guess compliance matters when you're no longer a tax resident of Australia. I'm very fortunate in my 20-year career to have had exposure to a vast array of opportunities and tax matters and self-managed super funds. I've spent many years specialising in for clients both domestically and clients who have headed overseas and ceased their tax residency. Now, a lot of financial advisors, when tax residents are no longer becoming tax residents, they're moving overseas, are moving self-managed super funds rolling the member balances over to retail super funds. And that's purely because, when you're no longer a tax resident and you're a member of a self-managed super fund, the ATO have very strict compliance rules that need to be abided by. But it's still possible, and some financial advisors think it's best to wind up. Others are happy to seek our advice and see how compliance can be met with the ATO, and that's around things such as being an active member in the self-managed super fund and the definition of that in terms of, you are an active member if you're contributing. Self-managed super funds are like anything with the ATO and tax related. It's not one size fits all, and we provide compliance advice based on your particular fund and your circumstances. And you might have some members that are retaining residency in Australia. It all matters when it comes to the best course of action in terms of how we keep the SMSF compliant and how we keep the auditor and the ATO ultimately happy. So if you have any questions around self-managed super funds and the tax compliance side of things and administration, more than happy to have a chat. We do many self-managed super funds, providing high-level advice. We've got some small mum and dad super funds with $500,000 in total, up to some bigger, quite large self-managed super funds that have got, I think the largest has got about 40 million. So we're well versed in self-managed super funds, and as I said, it's both for those in Australia, but also those who are wishing to cease their tax residency in Australia. So